Lord, I come to tell you I love you, to tell you I need you, to tell you there's no better place for me than in your arms, to tell you I'm sorry for running in circles, for placing my focus on the waves, not on your face. You're the only one who brings me peace. You're the only one who brings me peace. I'm so forgetful, but you always remind me. You're the only one who brings me peace. You're the only one who brings me peace. So I come, Lord, I come. I come, Lord, I come to tell you I love you, to tell you I need you, to tell you there's no better place for me than in your arms, to tell you I'm sorry for running in circles, for placing my focus on the waves, not on your face. You're the only one who brings me peace. You're the only one who brings me peace in the storm. In the storm. I'm so forgetful, but you always remind me. You're the only one who brings me peace. You're the only one who brings me peace.
Yo, 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 what's going on? How are you? That's a video we're going to be watching in a second. If you're like, who's that little guy? Just frozen there. Let's see who's online. Good morning, good morning. Chuck, good morning. Bert, good morning. Vivian. Thank you guys so much for jumping on and being with me this morning. Hey, Chuck, actually, if you guys are in town and you're going to be here Sunday, can you come talk to me? I want to talk to you about some sound. I want to get you your help with some sound issues. Anyways, back to the Friday morning living sent, guys. So we are going to be talking about fasting, and I got my buddy Josh who is going to, yeah, Connie, love you. Good morning. So we're talking about fasting, but before we get to that, I want to read the scripture to you, and get our thoughts about this. So we're in Mark, the first chapter. We're going to jump down to verse 16. So this is Jesus calling his first disciples. And because I'm sharing a video, I can't put it on your screen as well without adding a second computer. And I just thought that was too much. I thought that was too much for, anyways, this morning. So verse 16. I'm chapter 1 of Mark, verse 16. I'm in the NIV. As Jesus walked beside the Sea of Galilee, he saw Simon and his brother Andrew casting a net into the lake, for they were fishermen. Come follow me, Jesus said, and I'll send you out to fish for people. At once they left their nets and followed him. And it's like, whoa, like, man, like, I mean, we've all heard this and read this passage before. But like, I was just like thinking about this, like, that's crazy, you know? Like, I've been doing cinematography work for years, and like just imagining like me at a job, like at a video shoot, and I got all this, expensive equipment, and like a rabbi shows up or somebody I don't know, and he's just like, hey, follow me. I just leave everything. Like that's what they did. Like they were fishermen. They were they were at work. They're at their job, doing their stuff. And Jesus shows up on the scene, rose up on the scene, and like they drop everything. They say, man, your worth, your value is way more valuable than these things. And like that's just incredible. And actually, like this kind of happened to me, right? Like I was very much engulfed in this kingdom. I was a total prodigal at one point, and I had this radical encounter with Jesus, right? And in a night, everything changed. Like I went to bed one way and woke up a different person. And so it was like, yeah, man, like everything that like I thought I was desiring from the world or this kingdom had to offer kept leaving me lacking. And in an instant, Jesus shows up, and it was just like, this is what it was. Like, this is actually what I've been searching for my entire life. But like, it's just crazy. So this is, and I love it. Like, you think, well, that's just them, right? That was just Simon and Andrew. But he keeps going, right? In verse 18, it says, or in verse 19, when he had gone a little further, he saw James, the son of Zebedee, and his brother John in a boat, preparing their nets. Without delay, he called them, and they left their father Zebedee in the boat with the hired men and followed him. Right? Like, this is crazy. Like, they left their pops. They're like, all right, Dad, we out. We could go follow. What's your name again? Like they just they leave everything. They leave their pops, and they go and follow him. Right? It's nuts. But then, so reading these things, I started to think, like, man, what if God were after, and what if God wanted more of us, right? What if God was asking us to, like, for more of us, right? Like, not, I feel like as Christianity, as we mature and we get older in our faith, it's so hard. There's this battle of like complacency, and there's this battle of like, well, like I get comfortable where I'm at, right? But I feel like God is always pushing or trying to draw us closer, right? Like the process of sanctification is a lifelong journey that He's drawing us closer. Like it's the method in which He draws us closer. He rids out hypocrisy in our lives, and He gets us closer to Him. Like He's drawing us in, and the closer we get to Him, just like the closer you get to the sun, right? Like stuff starts burning up, right? Like it just, and if you don't, pretty soon, the closer you get to the sun, the only thing that's going to be left is the things that can't be burned, like the things that are unburnable will make it, and so everything that can be shaken in our lives is shaking off of us. Everything that can be consumed is getting consumed, because Jesus, through sanctification, is drawing us closer, right? And so, like, if we're in this place, and every Friday, like I'm talking to you from things that God is talking to me about, right? And so I'm not preaching at you like, hey, y'all get it together. Like, no, like this is like active, like this is what the Lord is speaking to me personally, and I just feel that we don't ever, our struggles and our things are never unique, right? Like I might be going through something, and it's not just me going through it. There's a bunch of other people going through it too. And so as I just believe, yeah, God has given me this platform on Friday mornings, and so if God is dealing with me with some things, He might be dealing with you too. And so I'm going to be transparent and open with those things, so that it can create freedom for you as well. And so don't ever think I'm just preaching, to you and I'm perfect or whatever. Yeah, it's so far from the truth. But yeah, so like we get in this place where we're just comfortable. We're doing life, and it's like, man, well, what if God is asking for more? What if God is literally asking us to surrender everything, right? Like all facets of our life under the authority of Christ. Like that He would literally be Lord. He would be the ruler, the supreme ruler of our lives. Every facet. He is the final authority in everything. And so that's where kind of my mind was going. It was just like, man, like would we leave everything? Would like, and I think a lot of times like we do fear that. We're like, man, what is He gonna ask of me? What is He gonna say? But then it's like, man, do I even have the self-control enough? Like, am I self-controlled enough to actually say no? To actually, or to say yes, right? Like to give God my yes. Like, you know what, Lord, if you tell me to go talk to this person in front of me, I'm gonna do it. If you tell me to, whatever, I'm going to do it. Like, do we have the strength to do that? And so that's where I want to get into talking about fasting. And my brother Josh lays it out so perfectly that I was just like, you know what? Let's just let him take it away. And so I want to share this video with you, and then I'll come back afterwards.
Why fast? Why should we go on long extended fasts? 40-day fasts, 21-day fasts, as we see in Scripture. What I've found from doing extended fasts throughout my life is when you are able to say no to the most basic thing in all of life, which is food, right? The sustenance to keep yourself alive. When you can say no to that, you can say no to anything. So are you struggling with sin? Are you struggling with bad habits? Are you struggling with selfishness? Maybe you should go on an extended fast. And as you say no to food and you say yes to God, your spirit man will start to build and your carnal man will start to die. And you'll start to be able to say yes to God, yes to His word, yes to His voice, and no to the world, and no to the carnal nature, and to the flesh, and to sin. That is the power of extended fasting.
Come on, guys. Wasn't that so good? So good. So good. And so, I mean, I can't really add much to that. Like, it's just like, let's get into this place where we can have the strength. And I feel like fasting goes a lot deeper than that too. Like that's a major benefit, but there's a lot of spiritual benefits to that as well. But it's just like, man, like let's get into this place where, and I think, yeah, like if you feel like me, like get in this place where there is a consistent we're living a life of consistent fasting. And so in 2013 to about 2016 or probably to 2016, there was few weeks where I hadn't fasted in some measure. And so for a lot of that period, I would fast Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And so like I want to eat, but some of the times like I would eat dinner. So I would just fast breakfast and lunch and just eat dinner on those days. Sometimes I would, it'll be the whole day. Periodically, like we did 3-day fast, 5-day fast, and I would do some Daniel fast and things like that. But there was like a consistency of saying no to flesh, and saying yes to God. And there was just like a weekly thing that I was going to, in some way, fast. I was going to deny my flesh at some point in a week. And I want to get back to that place because I do. Like, I want more of God, and I want to be okay. If God asks me to do something, I want to have the strength. Like, I want to have enough of I want to have enough of that spiritual, like, gift of self-control to be able to say yes to the Lord, and yes to the Lord on a consistent basis. I want to always be able to say yes to the Lord when He's asking me to do tough things, because He might be wanting more of me than I'm even aware of, right? Because He wants total surrender, and I don't want to live my life in this place where, like, I'm afraid that He might say something that I don't have the strength to walk out. And yeah, so I hope this is an encouragement to you. I hope this is a blessing to you. Yeah, happy Friday. I'm not seeing any amens or comments in there, but I hope it hit you well, and not like, uh, never take these as condemnation. But if you're convicted, that's good. But it's just an opportunity to grow and get closer to our King. All right, I love you guys. We'll be right back here at 9 and for some prayer. Love you guys. Peace.